They do man-to-man, that type of activity.
Corey Price over the course of the season, a 41% three-point shooter. This is Jeremy Grant. Tyler Ennis, the freshman, looks inside.
Always under control, understated.
Good drive, goes by Oliver. There you are.
He just puts it on a platter.
Archie Miller played 9 guys in the first 10 minutes of the first half. He goes deep, about as deep as anybody.
Helped D by Pollard, effort guy. Good D.
Ennis.
What a pass.
Beautiful. Wow.
He's got eyes.
Words for the starting 5. All he said is we have to find a way to score. It doesn't help us when you guys stand around. Get in your rhythm, be patient on offense, and take the best shot.
Here's C.J. Fair, who's having the best game of the Syracuse Orange. Jeremy Grant, what a difference it makes. 16 points the night. There's Benajay in the MAC championship game against Toledo.
And they go right to the middle. Nice little steal.
Yep. Here's Ennis. The dish.
Forever. And the unselfish play. Send it in. Great family tradition.
2-2 opening moments. Only the 3rd game ever played between these two. Syracuse won the previous encounters. C.J. Fair, jumper. Well, why not?
And, of course, I'm giving up that entry pass.
0 for 3 for David Brown. Ennis. Oh, he hit the back of Ritchie. C.J. Fair gets the ball. Here's Ennis again. Quick touch pass right side. Grant. Ennis. That's man open. Yes, it was. Oh, boy.
When he's in the nation, I should say, with 24 points, they've really done a nice job with the tournament. They're part of the host committee with the MAC conference as well.
Yeah, Niagara is, there's Cooney again.
Forget it.
Wow.
If he's making that.
That's for 3 for Austin Ritchie.
When they play man, he does a nice job ball faking and shooting it or putting it on the deck.
Catch and release. Hello. Lucicator.
I thought it was interesting. Steve Hawkins talking about he loves football cards, much like Tom Izzo. He spends a lot of time over there watching practices. Not a bad guy to emulate.
In the first semifinal tomorrow afternoon, Warren kept alive by Vandenberg, but down to Grant. Such an important player for Syracuse to have Jeremy Grant back and healthy. Fair.
I think it's just first time in this tournament, first time in this building. We've seen it for other teams that have got their first start today. North Carolina, sluggish, first time they took the floor. When you play in, you have an opportunity to gain a little bit of momentum.
Ennis looking for Cooney. Cooney from the corner. Got it!
I do think it's good, especially as the landscape has changed. The geographical footprint of this conference has changed. That you are able to service the fan bases of all universities, not just the ones that dominate down here on Tobacco Road.
This is the 61st ACC tournament. This is the 25th time it has been in Greensboro. Way more often than anywhere else. League offices are here. This feels like the home of Ennis. Baseline floater. Follow no. Off the fingertips of Christmas, but Ennis runs it down. Again, another shot that Ennis typically makes. Fair fight. The more likely it is it's going to go in for him.
He's off balance, going through the paint. He has made that time and time again, especially in this stretch where he has been playing at such an elite level.
He's got 20, and State's up by 10. And Fair struggling to maintain possession, finds Ennis. Grant. He's been the best offensive performer.
Transition when they want. They're very pleased with the way things are going.
A turnover, though. Ennis ahead to Benajay, and the
Ralston Turner did not call glass. A little smile and smirk to the bench as he walked back down the other way. He has taken some poor shots from the outside, but that one happens to go down.
Nearing the final 2 minutes, Syracuse again trailing. Grant makes it a 1-point game.
on the ACC network from the Greensboro Coliseum. They call it Tournament Town. They call it that for a reason. The winner of the tournament earning the automatic bid to the ACC tournament. Will be interesting to see how many teams in the ACC are selected to participate in the NCAA tournament after the completion.
Well, Tom is face guarding here on Ennis. You know they're going to try to score with the ball in Ennis's hands. There it is, and watch the high post screen.
Shot clock to 8. Ennis. Christmas with the rim bender.
Well, in the clock first half, picked up 2 quick fouls, had 2 assists. He was a big factor passing the ball. That time he gets on the offensive board for the easy tip.
And his first points of the afternoon. Ennis has 12 points to lead the way. And now C.J. Fair, the senior, has 13.
For sure for Florida State.
4 points now for Bojanovsky, all in the second half. As Coach mentioned, he picked up a couple of quick fouls in the first half and had to leave. Christmas trying to get position against Bojanovsky. Grant slipped in there somehow and lays it up and in. The back looks pretty good. Second 3 of the game for Miller, and it's a 5-point game. C.J. Fair has the answer for the Orange.
I think Carter is better the closer he is to the basket. Fair. Roberson. And now Cooney, he's as dangerous a shooter as the league has to offer from the perimeter. He'll slash inside and score and draw the foul. I think it does. Stevens, pass from Miller, batted away, and a turnover forced by the orange zone. See, and you cannot turn the ball over against Syracuse. That's where Maryland fell down. Yep. Recently in their game against Syracuse, they turned it over so many times, Syracuse got out to the big lead, and by the time they stopped turning it over, the Terps just didn't have enough to win the game. Fair, a little crossover and a lay. Just 4 of his last 8 from 3, knocked that one down. And Georgia Tech with a 5-point lead now. The Canadian freshman is Tyler Ennis, the ACC's leader in assists and steals here. Shot clock under 10. 5 to shoot. Foul line area. Roberson squeezes in and scores. Georgia's hot. Nice pass. Miller for the dunk. Daniel Miller with 8 on his 3rd field goal. Back comes Syracuse. Fair with a spot-up jump shot. And for Robert Carter Jr. The lead back to 12 with 4:50 to play. Fair a 3. Got it. C.J. out of that one, but they did, Dan. What a nice defensive job by Miller to move his feet and prevent C.J. Fair from going past it. Cooney finally breaks through. In the second half, these guys have gotten after one another. Now you do need a 3, and you need it fast. Ennis. Fair loads. Hits it. And the last time
they're 3-point shooters. That's why they're getting scores on the interior.
There's a block by Fair.
They protect that rim.
Benajay for the lead.
Wow. Benajay's been given a...
And another deflection leads to another turnover.
Well, you know, Cooney and Ennis have won 2 in a league in steals. A lot of people don't realize that. But on top of that zone, those 2 guys are 1-2 in the ACC in steals.
Nice look inside. Christmas from Ennis, and Syracuse really clicking.
It was a terrific effort play by Mitchell. Great effort. The fans here appreciate it. What a beautiful campus this is. Great place, Dan. What a great university. I was too dumb. I never had a chance even to get close to this place.
1-point lead, Virginia. Fair, 18-footer. Syracuse back on top.
An assist by Ennis. I think we're looking at a 2 for them. I really look at the body of work in the entire year.
Cooney with a 3 at the other end.
And he feels good. And he should feel good.
to take a jump shot because he is so much better off the dribble.
Grant's 17 points Saturday night at Cameron led the Orange. Inside they go to Grant again.
Has given up some open shots at the top of that zone. They're going to run that same play that they just scored off of that we just showed it inside the play. It's a different option to get it now to C.J. Fair on the outside of the floor and isolate him.
Cooney for three. Wow, that barely hit anything. Six unanswered for the Terps. And the sellout crowd fully engaged now. Fair.
With his left hand, that jump shot was terrific. Another turnover. The fifth already committed by the Blue Devils. And the three for Benajay.
Wow, how good do you think he feels? Because Hood is a finisher. He can get to the basket, and he can also make the 15-foot jump shot.
The Orange led by as many as 9 early. Benajay knocks down another one. The second three for Michael Benajay.
Shooter, Jay. He's an underrated shooter.
He's a guy who brings a lot of intangibles to the court. At the end of the night, the numbers aren't big. But he's a starter now, 8 starts in a row, and getting a lot of minutes.
Wow, where's the help? Nobody's looking at the ball. That's a no-no, Jay Billis. You know that. Look at a Mack truck. You know what a Mack truck is? Yes, you can put it. I don't know if they have a camera.
Long jumper Grant, and that will at least temporarily silence the crowd.
Nice move down the lane.
Book the miss, Grant the rebound. Syracuse can inch closer.
Hey, Jay, I'm going to ask you, what can they do with Deuce right there to get Cooney free?
Well, you want to run him up.
Fear, find Cooney, but he's got to penetrate off that bounce. Attack the basket.
Nice job by Cook.
There it is. That's great pass. Tremendous vision. He reminds me of a little bit of
North Carolina last week creates an unbelievable Duke doubleheader as they take on North Carolina Thursday, and they've got Syracuse number 1 shooting 29%, Syracuse 22%, and we have a low-scoring first half, exactly the tempo that BC wanted to play at, though. But here's a chance
to challenge the shot, and then rolls it around the left side. Nicely done by Patrick Heckman.
And Heckman did come on for Lonnie Jackson, who had those 2 turnovers. Ennis flips it to Fair. Terrific play. Fresh.
Boston College have really hurt them, not going quickly around the rim, some turnovers early, and you can't do that against the Syracuse Orange, or they will make you pay.
Ennis. Grant just about left alone and lays it in. Plus the foul. A chance for.
Well, that's got to be a quick one because they're so long and athletic. They're coming quickly and corral you just like that.
He got smothered by Fair. Fair the other way. Outside to Cooney. Ennis returns to Cooney. He hits a 3.
Boston College is going to have to settle down here and try to get themselves some good looks.
Lonnie Jackson with a 3 early in the shot clock.
Too quick of a shot for Lonnie Jackson.
Fair with some English off the backboard, rolls it home.
Looks against Syracuse. The 3 will be important, but how they get shots through the middle. Here's Christmas getting around Vandenberg. With 27 and then 34 against Wake Forest. Wolfpack have won 5 of their last 6, 4 of those at home.
TJ, multiple 30-point games this year. I think he needs another one tonight.
C.J. Fair off.
Offensively, Tyler Lewis, nice job getting into that zone and creating plays.
Nice play. Talk about creating a play for Christmas. Benajay up ahead for Christmas. Inside, Grant at work. And he gets it to go, draws the foul. And that is lead change. 9 ties.
You got to wonder, too, C.J. Fair has been very quiet in this second half.
Christmas hasn't. He's got a double-double. Oh, nice shot by Jeremy Grant.
Well, Grant capable.
For the lead!
Yeah, now it's goaltending. Good basket.
triggered by dribble penetration, which according to the Syracuse staff is a point of emphasis. They got to sit down and prohibit those guards from getting off the dribble drive into the teeth of that zone.
Grant trying to take the baseline, swoops in, a nice reverse. Jakey, 2 turnovers their first 2 possessions. They've not turned it over once in their last 15 possessions. Ennis looking to penetrate, not there. Benajay got it. 3-pointer on target. Trevor Cooney puts it in. Ennis going right by Artis. Tough bounce pass for Fair, and he converts. Christmas to Ennis. Underneath. Free Christmas, and a great look at it. And tipped it in. 54-48. Huge play for Pitt. Zana with 14 points, 14 rebounds. Here's Fair. Got it!
Wow.
He drained.
Tyler Ennis on the wing. Into Rakeem Christmas, a dangerous pass, but Christmas over into City Chate. Grant clears. Syracuse can regain the lead. Cooney. Syracuse on the run. Grant long 2. Jeremy Grant.
It allows you to actually turn that corner, and the big down low has his man sealed. He is open every single time.
Fair on the wing, into the paint, pushes up the floater.
Of him, and then has a scoop shot at the rim. A really smart heads-up play by a very talented point guard.
And off that turnover, Ennis with the basketball near midcourt, fast break chance. Jim Boeheim's holding up the stop sign, and there's his freshman point guard to pull it out in the run clock.
Division to see the coach. A lot of times you have freshman point guards who have their heads down, who want to push the ball in transition. It's an easy bucket, but Ennis, understanding time and situation, being an extension of Jim Boeheim on the floor, sees that, at least tries to put him in a situation where they can get a shot out.
Like that.
Living room,
and all of a sudden they were number 1.
They were number 1. They knew that was going to be a nice way to finish the night for Syracuse. And when we asked Jim about being number 1 before the game, it's Cooney buries the 3. A low for the season in the first half for Notre Dame.
I'd like to see Syracuse get a shot off. Looked like he got hit.
Wow!
Rebound. That's what Coach Gray says he most needs to do for the Irish. This would have been a family reunion tonight for the Grants. Jeremy Grant, the brother of Jaron Grant. Roberson from the Jeremy Grant. Cooney ahead for Ennis. Astoria trying to get back. They lob it up for Grant.
Got to keep it off that baseline. An immediate trap comes, and that's where you find a turnover.
Cooney. Rebounds for Sherman, could be on his way to a 7th double-double of the year. Did not reach double figures in scoring in their last 2 games against UVA and BC. Cooney, another 3. Jersey rattles home one.
And not worried about having to chase around. Now Astoria's guarding C.J. Fair, but letting that go.
Cooney. Wow! Cooney has more than filled the void with his career best 32 points. 15 to shoot for Syracuse.
Box and 1. The 1 on Trevor Cooney.
Jeremy Grant underneath to drop it in.
Float on, man. He was way out of his range, and that's what the zone does. Pushes you out.
Ennis to Fair. The senior lays it in.
He's a big-time facilitator.
Less than 4 minutes to go in a spirited first half. Almost taken away again there as Dawkins nearly had himself a steal.
It's amazing when you think about Ennis and his assist to turnover ratio. Almost 4 to 1. 4-1. That's incredible.
For a freshman, top 5 in America. Fair with an 8-footer.
That's his strength. And on his own.
What a high-level basketball game we are seeing here tonight.
This tournament action.
Jeremy Grant muscles his way in.
That's his strength.
A night Emil Jefferson is having.
But he's been doing that regularly. Did it against Pittsburgh. He's been playing so aggressively.
Grant. Ennis defended by Cook.
Duke's really elevated their defense in their last 5 games.
Long jumper by Grant.
And trying to get a little overload on the one baseline side.
You see so many games where teams play Syracuse, the shot clock's running down, they throw up a desperation 3. That has not been the case for Duke tonight.
I see a lot of teams panic.
Ennis into Grant. Creates some space and gets it.
I'll tell you, Grant, so
much size for him to deal with.
There
nice kick to Cook. Syracuse ball.
Had the wide open look.
Here's Fair.
Can't play him. See how soft that defense was?
15 out of 32.
And keep it right in that game. Without the 3, it'd be a long, long night for Duke lovers.
Fair does have Suleiman on him.
Suleiman will battle him. He'll battle him. Cook has done a nice job trying to stay in front of Ennis. Not let him penetrate. Nice entry inside. No man.
Grant, no chance.
Donna, Jay, and gang will be here Monday night. Play Fighting Irish in Notre Dame. Who's the last time 2 years ago they were 20-0 and Notre Dame gave them a loss.
Again inside. Ennis. Grant.
Can't handle it. That's a.
Do they isolate Grant on Dawkins again? Yes, they do.
Why not? Why not? Why?
Makai, who really got Wake Forest off to an early start, knocking down 2 threes, and they were comfortable offensively for the majority of their game after.
Kevin Thomas led the way with 21 points. That's going to be an easy 2. We saw the length by Musa Taylor at the defensive end as well as he comes up with the block. Another 3 for the Cubs. Coach Boeheim, prior to the game, we thank him for being so generous with his time. He stood there and talked with Corey and I for about 15 minutes about basketball, about life, about never have stepped foot in this building in all of the years of coaching and playing and being involved in the game of basketball. His first trip to Wake Forest. Fair. Sized it up and hit it. Makai, long-range 3, comes up short.
Travis Makai has to be aggressive, but that's not a good shot standing. And you see what it leads to, an opportunity at the other end for Syracuse finishing. And
executed well here offensively. They've gotten good looks, got them in rhythm as well. Just haven't been able to knock down some of the perimeter shots.
Ennis for Cooney. 19 to shoot. CJ Fair gets a touch. Timer is down to 12. Cooney, open look. 5-3.
Their leading scorer, they're going to need him to be active. He's a tone setter for them. And they have a familiarity and a comfort level against the zone. In essence, since they've gone to it, they see it every day in practice. And so I think that's one reason why you're seeing the crisp passing from them early on.
Fair on a kick for Ennis. The drive, the dish. Fair a 3, cook it.
And the man, because you don't have the angles and the comfort passes that you're used to making. You don't have the opportunities to attack against individual defense because there's always help there.
Grant offers it up and knocks it down.
Mid-air. He was able to hang just long enough and strong enough to still get that shot off on the way down.
Fans on their feet at the Bank United Center. 7,972, the capacity crowd. 14 seconds left. Ennis, 9 seconds. Makes his move, stutter step, puts the pass inside. Christmas the catch, and the layup.
Guys who come into the game and basically have no conscience. You know, listen, you're going to live and die with some bad shots with Deron Johnson, but he was a guy who could get you 6 or 8 points immediately off the bench.
And Christmas really tying up with Derek Randall. A couple of 6'9" guys going at it on the low block. Ennis over the top. Well, a floated pass there. And Christmas.
Scorer than he's showing.
He had 28 against Cal and Maui, so that was one of those occasions when he did. He gives it up for Cooney. He hits it a 3.
getting up to that high post area. Nice job by Young there. Post-to-post passing with little spacing.
Tied at 46. Fair. This one get inside. 6.5 minutes to go here. C.J. Fair. Let's fly. Got it. He hits it too.
Well. Jackson trying to get it inside to Heckman. Ball kicked off the rim. Good pass. Syracuse finding the open freshman. He wears 0 on his uniform. Is in. Leads down to 4. Full court pressure.
Mike, you're going to see that 1-2-2. It's kind of zone pressure, really designed. I spoke to Coach Donahue today saying he's just trying to slow down their tempo and force them to be more of a half-court team.
Just take a few seconds off the shot clock, if nothing else. Ennis head up all the way. Cooney around the screens for 3, and he buries it.
Going one way and then throw it into Ryan Anderson to get it to him.
Ball thrown off the hands of Dragovic, and Cooney with a run out.
17 points for the Qs, and when you combine those with 14 second chance points, that's a formula for a Syracuse win.
Syracuse on a 9-1 run. Fair double teamed inside, easily able.
I think you go right back to Fair.
Fonz, you're absolutely right, though. When they've had him set up down low, that's been the key. And Cooney with a runner. Boy,
uses athletic ability to help him on the glass.
Ennis at the point for Syracuse, the freshman out of Brampton, Ontario, an outstanding assist-to-turnover ratio, Dick, of 4.5 to 1.
Unbelievable.
Fair switches hands. He's a lefty, but late.
Took a tour of the campus yesterday. Saw the beautiful Carmelo Anthony building. He's so generous here to his school.
You know, when they get a crowd of 21 or 22,000, that's an off night for them, and they expect to have 36,000 as Jeremy Grant knocks it down. 3.
I think you make a real case in a battle out there. Who's the best conference between the Big 10 and the Big 12? The Big 12 is very, very good.
The ACC had some disappointing out-of-conference results in November, December. Grant with a baseline for James Michael McAdoo.
And you're down 10. You got to convert on the free throw line. You're on a road. You got to do all the intangibles, all the little things to have a chance to beat a team. He's going to keep shooting. And eventually having the fall.
McAdoo rejecting.
Now shot out into the lane. That's what they're screaming and yelling. That bench likes it. Because the Hopkins and company like it. Adrian Autry on that sideline as well.
6 blocks for Syracuse. Sorry, Dick.
A heck of a point guard.
Fair curling off a screen. Remember, he's a lefty.
Going to hit the old-fashioned. And Kid Pinson coming in. Jackson. See, patience. But I'm really so impressed by Ennis. A lot of times you get a point guard comes in on a collegiate level. They really force things. This guy's everything within the realm of their offense. Gets the people, the key people, and he also has the ability to score.
Cooney.
Really does a phenomenal job. I think his wife Julie keeps him in great shape all the time. Make sure he eats properly. I mean, he looks great to me. He looks phenomenal.
And he still loves basketball. He told me at practice yesterday, Thursday night, he sat there and he watched the Memphis-Louisville game.
He
watched Arizona, UCLA, watched Cal, Oregon. He still loves to watch. He loves.
Dan, you've had it several times this year. How deep does Jim Boeheim go on that bench?
Well, Tim, they will run down. He's not afraid to put guys in the game. Their general rotation includes like
9 to 8 the Orange.
And Virginia Tech, for the most part, has been able to set the defense.
This is for 2. And the Orange will run.
They just turned that ball right into C.J. Fair, who took it from him. That's what I was talking about. You get that ball inside, you got to be careful.
Cooney, yes.
Going to Cameron after Duke lost to Notre Dame, that's not an easy task.
How about Notre Dame and the job Mike Bray's doing? They win their ACC opener.
And without Jaron Grant, who is not on the team because of academic issues, he's their leading scorer.
Fair kicks it back out, almost threw it away. Ennis gets it back. Still have 15 on the shot clock. Often in the ACC, do you see a freshman come in and be named captain on the basketball team?
Not very often at all. In fact, I can't think of a time.
Wow. Now he fires a tough jump shot.
You don't need that shot.
Oh, nice look. And that's not a little too late. Dan, as you look at this Syracuse team, I mean, this is a team that's played basketball since 1900. How does this team size?
Ennis works on the top of the circle, and it poked away. Now Fair at the foul line against Brown. Jumper away, and good. First AC. And Baylor on the way to the title out in the Islands. And Syracuse the 4-point lead in the basketball. Benajay for Fair. And here's Ennis right back for C.J. Fair along the baseline. Good with the left hand.
Yeah, you see, today he's going to see 40 minutes of it.
Oh, yeah. There's a poke away. Now Ennis leads the break. Cooney a catching three. Got it.
Hey, and
it's a 66 graduate of Syracuse from nearby Lyons, New York, is Jim Boeheim.
It's been Cooney and Fair 16 of the points.
Grant!
Syracuse has had.
Fair, kick out, Cooney three. Nope. C.J. Fair, out for Cooney again. Ennis for Fair. A three that's good for C.J. Fair. 6:09 to play, up 5. Syracuse as cold as the temperature here in the second half shooting. Ennis down low. Christmas goes to work. Left hand hook, good. Couple back. Or this building's volume has kicked up a few notches here in the last couple of possessions. Ennis to Fair, and Syracuse leads.
Yeah, notice now.
Carrington Ward, the lanky junior, challenged right at the rim. Ennis right to the foul.
Concerning when you look at Syracuse defensive numbers, not as strong defending the three as they were a year ago.
Christmas got challenged. Fair stuffs it home.
Pass at the rim.
While Villanova fell in love with the three in that game and watched an 18-point lead dwindle in the first half.
One more forward depth.
Tough shot for Raven Lee, and Roberson has the rebound. Michael Benajay has 2. At St. John's game a couple of weeks ago, Jim Boeheim said he needed more from his big guys. He's got 18 of the 24 in the paint today. Fair, the floater, so smooth. Has 5 today, a third of Eastern Michigan's points, trying to stick around with the Orange, the #2 team in the country. Backdoor again is open.
Very difficult to defend. Give Eastern Michigan all the credit in the world. It's hard to cover the high post and then get all the way out to the NBA three-point line and contest.
This type of shot that Syracuse hopes they'll take. Cada puts it up and in. There's Mike Talley, whose father, Mike Jr., played at Michigan. 1989 Wolverine alum. 0 for 2 for Mike Talley III on that trip. With a win, Syracuse would be 13-0 to close the non-conference season. Maybe not the spacing Jim Boeheim wants his Cards to have there.
They've been doing a nice job of reversing the ball, looking hard into the middle and hard down to the baseline.
Strong drive. Christmas to finish. Fair. Open look. Too strong. And it's in position for the rebound. Roberson filled the lane.
5 of 6 from downtown. They're 0 of 6 since. After that miss. Ennis in the open court. Finds the trailer Cooney. Jet of Ohio State. Kind of a tough kid. but also has a great stroke.
Ooh, what a tough pass.
He's still with that on his staff. Got that jet looking at him. Ennis leaves it for Grant all the way to the cup.
Hands up. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. Wallace has to hurry it. And Brown over Grant for the rebound. Couldn't finish.
And there's his energy again. He's doing that against a big front line. That's what he brings. It's energy. And if he can do that tonight and get them a few extra possessions, he didn't get that one to go down, but that's great energy.
When St. Francis came here about a month ago, kept the score low. That's what kept them in the game. It's Jeremy Grant.
But they got it out and got it reversed.
Edwards, too short.
You live with that as long as you can get back.
Cooney is open. Look out.
He's still hot, guys. They squeeze you after you get there. But on that possession, the High Point Panthers were able to get the ball in the short corner and convert. This is just what they ordered. They're here to play.
Fair had some space and makes good use of it.
Well as High Point is playing, and I don't think they can play any better. And there's a lot of teams that couldn't play better than the way they're playing. The score is tied. That also tells you about Syracuse. They come right out. They get the ball inside, and they attack Brown. Hustle, it's a live ball turnover. Syracuse has the game kind of back where they want it.
Cooney behind Ennis.
He's still hot. They come out in a little bit of full court pressure. They're not hoping that Syracuse misses shots. They're trying to get the Orange defended. They're trying to make it tough right now.
Syracuse 48 straight non-conference home victories on the line tonight.
They run a little baseline action with Ennis. Look at that shot. And you can hear the sliding.
They're about 20,000 plus, hoping that Grant's all right. Fair. Into Brown. And now this one seems to be in hand for the Orange. There was a dogfight for about 25 minutes.
High Point is playing an excellent game. It's just the turnover number has gotten high. It's
DeJuan McGoy off left. He had 7 in the first half, scoreless after the break.
This young man has Sherm Douglas written all over him. He runs the break. He gets the great outlet spots. He forces absolutely nothing.
Ennis wanted it back that time and now has it from Keita. Christmas with some space in the lane.
And nicely to start this game. Looks a little nervous. Now Grant. Count it. And for Sampson. Syracuse so methodical. What they do. Ennis driving again. Dusts it down low. And good.
Could have made an extra pass to the corner. Ennis never seems to be in a hurry, does he, Gus?
Ever. Great control. Grant. Oh, with the right hand. Ennis fair. Looks like Benajay.
2 doubles and handled well by St. John's.
Fair on the baseline. 18-footer. So Ennis, Grant, Keita, Fair, and Benajay. Fair.
Tough. Wow, they go right.
3-point ball game. 2:01 to play in the second half.
I would keep Ennis from touching the ball. Such a great decision maker. Tough to do because he's got quick feet to get free.
Jordan guarding Ennis. Benajay looking for Fair. Now Fair will go to the other side. Grabs it on the baseline. Lets it fly.
Going to give them more than one shot. Your chances for success go under. And now we've got a chance at another rebound for Syracuse, and they do.
Patterson, the feed to Coleman. Ennis finds Fair.
Guess who? To go in and attack them at the rim. Second shot.
Patterson, no.
Third shot.
Saved by Patterson. Tip to Fair. Patterson, the reload. He was just a joy to coach. He practiced hard every single day. He played hard. If he came in the game late with a big lead, he played the same way he would if the score was tight, and you could see him working his way.
C.J. Fair, a lot of room to work with.
His place against Evansville, and to Hollowell's credit, he had 18 points in 17 minutes, so he didn't solve. It's a lesson for young kids. Keep your head up and go. Cooney a launch triple. He's just as effective to this point in the game. Hoosiers, as you see, 2 turnovers to go with that 0-for-6 start. This is a team I felt needed to get off to a good start because they're inexperienced. Cooney got them all. 10-0. But Williams was guarding Clooney. You see him on the right-hand side. So Williams wasn't able to get over and get help. It's good offense. Kids fall in love with the game earlier around here than they once did. We know about the great tradition in Indiana. This area has picked up its basketball, no question. You know, you see it all the time, Mike. Cooney, a 3.
Trying to get information from the NCAA, so everything's still on hold with those 2 players. We saw North Carolina against Louisville a couple weeks ago at the Mohegan Sun, and Roy Williams at this point is counting as if they're not there because you got to deal with the players that are on the court.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know what? I have no sympathy for those 2 kids. I mean, if you're going to break rules, don't expect people to hurry and help you out. It is a 23-4 Syracuse run since Indiana had it even at 33. And the run gets worse as Cooney goes up and dunks. He's gone the full Boeheim reaction. Yeah, whether you do that when you're an assistant coach. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I just, I mean, one thing college coaches can really do, really do is talk. I mean, about themselves mostly. And Jim Boeheim, you ask him what he's doing. Oh, man, great players. And then he's one of the best interviews. He's just a cool guy. Colin Hartman, 30, the freshman in for Indiana. Benajay working in seams. Cookie Farrell has hit all 4 of the Indiana 3-pointers. And the Syracuse lead is 17 as we dive under 2 minutes now. Let me ask you, you've seen Syracuse basketball since 1962. How good is this team? I'm not ready to dive in there. I was surprised to see them at number 4. It's because the attrition for teams ahead in the rankings early.
And Rakeem Christmas didn't let it get through. Here's Wainwright.
Read very well. His eyes on the ball, and he was playing the ball.
C.J. Fair from just inside today. Far and away his highest point game of his 6. He had 28 against Cal, and then a takeaway by C.J. Fair.
This is where Syracuse is really dangerous.
C.J. potential for this to be a terrific early season game. They're off to a pulsating start. Fair the miss. Dajuan Coleman wound up with it.
Tyler Ennis looked so much more comfortable than he did in game 1.
Whipped underneath by happiest about the 2 games. All 9 have made important contributions. Heslop shot way off. In the case of Gathers, it's been rebounding. He's had 20 rebounds in their 2 wins here. Jeremy Grant.
He didn't wait quite as long for the screen to get set.
Good hands by Ennis. 9 turnovers for Baylor. A big problem in the half. It leads to a 3.
You'd have to explain what sunscreen is.
Highly unnecessary.
Whoa.
Boy, think back to last year when Syracuse was really struggling down the stretch. We did that ugly game at Georgetown when they didn't get out of the 30s in points. One of their key players was by Musakeda.
Yes.
Fair from the corner. He has 13. 3 minutes to go. Syracuse by 6. Baylor won last night by 1 over Dayton, led for only 2 minutes and 8 seconds of the game. They've led for 21 seconds tonight. Can they do it again? C.J. Fair.
Zoned by a penetration.
Interesting, no sign of trying to run clock. Stalled the ball a little bit tonight from Jim Boeheim, and Fair.
In a difficult first half, he hasn't really scored.
With Kravish on the bench for a while now with those 2 fouls. Nice pass, Ennis.
He had 12 last year against Syracuse in the NCAA tournament. A really good defender, gets the most deflections on the team.
Cooney rattles home. Dad was a fine player, Carl Bird, back in the mid-70s, leading scorer and team MVP. 1975-76 as a forward. And they played a lot of one-on-one games in the driveway, the backyard over the years. Barry said it was the highlight of his life when he finally beat Dad. Jim backed off some of that praise. I think he might change his mind back again. Ennis unselfishly off to Trevor Cooney.
Hollins loses the handle briefly. And with the scramble, it ends up with a freshman Ennis. Cooney catch and shoot. The arm. He's familiar with the style that Richard Pitino wants to play. Oh, Christmas off the lob. Turnovers now. Minnesota on the baseline there. Grant can't hit. Fair offensive rebound. Cooney.
He's not going to miss many. But the speed, the pace, the flow is exactly how Minnesota wants this game to be.
Syracuse ball to start the second half. And Ennis back in there. Cooney, another good look at it. Buries it. Cooney with, again, Elliot Eliason on the bench with 4 fouls. Syracuse with the ball up 6. Right now they have Benajay and Ennis out there. We didn't see that combo much in the first half. When Ennis picked up 2 fouls, Benajay came in for a nice feed.
And they worked on that in the shoot-around, but it is a challenge. They're so long. It's tough. It's tough to get the ball inside.
Cooney in transition. Here, Wagner's on top of the pole. Syracuse 7-1 in the offensive glass. Ball couldn't get the shot, and Keita the rebound. The Senegalese countrymen, Keita and Fall. Here is Isailovic from Serbia. Fairly international team for St. Francis. Jeremy Grant. There is Cannon with his first bucket. He draws St. Francis within 6.
They're going to attack any zone, but for Fordham, they don't have a guy that can post up, so it's got to be off dribble penetration and kick it out to open shooters.
Where do you want them to look as they get into the paint? Where are the spots that you want them to look?
Well, the hardest thing is you got to make sure that you take care of the basket.
Severe got fleeced on the way up, and he just has not had any openings today. Trevor Cooney on the drive. Second game, tough to top 28 in your opener. He sort of set the bar high.
Yeah, he set the bar pretty high. Every time he's caught the ball against the zone, there's 1 or 2 guys running out. And 53 in a game for St. Benedict's, and has also shown it at the international level. Playing this summer for the Canadian under-19 team. Had to tell, and you say, well, certainly Syracuse doesn't foul as much as some other teams do because of playing so much of the zone. But it's going to be offensively, I think, teams that really move the basket.
Just behind the defense. Little pump fake, left hand. Getting a piece of it is B.J. Johnson. Ennis. Cooney lets it fly. Got the numbers. Cooney again. Johnson fighting for the rebound. Johnson goes baseline, loses it, gets it back, got it. Pass inside, Tarwater has it rejected. Second block of the night for Syracuse. Nothing doing in there, Ron. Fair for 3, buries it. Against this zone defense. Wrestler from way downtown off the back of the iron. Keita with a rebound. Here comes Ennis to Cooney. He'll load it up. From Syracuse in the second half, turning the ball over. The turnover situation reversed. from first half to the second half. Ennis, nice little crossover inside. Great pass to Patterson. It was further back. Really, he was too close. Coleman pops way out. That's a nice work hard during the week. Robert Mishler, 22, also checking in. Get a little PT tonight. The final 131. The bank is open for